Welcome to another episode of Jaeger Tracks. On this track, we're back on my friend Eric's property. He had a father-son team of hunters out the evening prior, and right around dusk, saw a buck. They shot it with a rifle, 308, roughly 90 yards. It ran to the field they were hunting, through a wood line, crossed into another field, and eventually out of view into some woods. They waited about a half an hour, started tracking, and they found blood, but they also could smell gut. Later on in the track, they actually heard the buck get up and move, so they backed out, called us. We're showing up around 24 hours after it was shot.
He went that way though? Which way did y'all see him run? Right there, where those deer are. So those deer are going to be a distraction for them because they're so fresh. Did y'all have sign in this field at all? Let's see if he turns. Watch him. Right there. And he cuts it. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Tangled up in your own leash. Come on. Use your nose. There you go. He's probably going to bark when he hits those doe. That's the trail that goes to your hole friend over there. Here, come on. There's some critter's got a big hole burrow over there. Oops, he's on live deer. He's on deer now. He's like, see his tail start doing circles? That's when he's on fresh scent. I see blood here. Oh boy, Jaeger. All right, so he's barking on those doe. Because we just saw those doe here, where did you jump the deer?
Oh, it's back in there.
All right, so he's on these doe. All right, here, come on. We're not tracking the live ones. Yeah, come here. We're tracking the dead ones. Come here. We're tracking the dead ones. There you go. Use your nose. Tracking the dead ones. Come on.
That's a good little segment there of knowing your dog. And Jaeger and I have done a lot of tracks now, and when he's barking and yippy like that, that's an indicator of a live deer. Whether it's our deer or a different deer, a moving live deer will make him get that excited, like yip, 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 yip type bark. If I pause him or recall and he holds and won't come back, that's usually he's confident we're on it. You saw him, he turned around easily there. He came right back, settled his nose down, and went right back to kind of quietly plodding along. That's what you want to see. So it's good to know your dog, and certainly I know that Jaeger kind of prefers to hunt the live ones sometimes, especially when he's been pinned up for a while. So sometimes you got to keep him focused.
Got blood here. Blood. 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 Got blood. 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 Where'd he go, Jaeger? Did y'all cross this creek last night? You did? You did? Where's he at, Jaeger? Where is this where y'all backed out? There's blood here. He crossed here. Where'd he go? Blood. I haven't seen any sign for a while, so y'all keep your eyes out. I got blood here, sorry. Blood. There was a bunch of blood back there. Haven't seen blood for a while. I'll stay put there. Jaeger's doing some sorting out here. The deer may have been run around. Is this where y'all heard him get up, maybe? There was a bunch of blood back there. Come here. I'll just stay put for a minute. Here. Jaeger, here. Here. There's turkey scent here, and Jaeger, come here. Here. Stay on the deer. Find them, Jaeger. See it? Oh, nice. Well, there you go. You got on turkey scent.
We're enjoying watching it all right.
Yeah, I'm guessing somebody got run around last night.
There's a lot of factors coming together here that we'll get into more detail on later. But basically, we're in what's called a scent pool.
Yeah,
and we're in the zone. The buck was bumped the night prior. We don't know what other animal factors are involved yet. But it's like a scent pool is like opening the door to a house and you smell popcorn. You don't know what room it's in, but you know popcorn's there. Just got to find it.
There's probably also right now scent coming down this creek. Where'd he go, Jaeger? Work it out, bud. I think somebody spotted your deer already. Come on. In the interest of time, we're just gonna let this finish. And this is how one gets tangled up in leashes. Well, how'd you break your leg? Well, I was balancing on a log while tangled up in Jaeger's leash. Where's he at, Jaeger? Is there coyote scent all over this place? Hey. Hey. Look there, I think I see the buck. Just finish it. Looky there. Nice. Good boy, Jaeger. Good boy. Good boy. Congratulations.
Get him, Jaeger.
You bet. Glad we found them.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. They got to the hams on him. So I wonder if they pushed him into the creek last night or if he sought it or not. It's like time to pluck some hair.
It's been a long time coming, ain't good, buddy?
Now that we have a conclusion to the track, let's take a look at the bigger story here. So the shot itself was back, just straight gut shot, behind the vitals, kind of quartering. In general, this deer is going to die, but you want to give it time. If you do end up with a shot like this, definitely good practice, especially in the evening. Just leave it overnight. Find it the next day. You have good odds of recovery. Shifting now to the Onyx overview of the entire track. You can kind of see on the right side of the screen where we parked, where the stand was, where the hit site was. It went through a woodrow, across a field, and then we entered the wood line. That's where we knew the does that we had just seen leave the field were going to distract Jaeger. They did. That's part of just knowing your dog, calling them back off quick. It's also a benefit of tracking on lead. You can make those corrections quickly. We then progressed up the creek quite a ways until we got into this scent pool zone I mentioned. Now let's talk about that in detail. What do I mean by that? I described it as walking into a house and you smell popcorn immediately. You don't know what room it's in, but you know they made popcorn. And what'll happen is, especially on a gut shot, is a lot of scent gets up in the air. Now in this case, we know that coyotes also started feeding, so they were coming to and from a carcass spreading scent. But there's a basin there, and there's a couple draws you can see on the top left and top left bottom of the screen where scent is naturally moving up and down those with thermals of the day. And then where the deer died itself was a creek kind of bottom. And the shift here, kind of a 3D view, that really helps depict the low spot that I'm talking about. And here in the center, you can see kind of the low bowl of the basin. You can see the topo lines. You have these two draws on the left and right. Now, scent's going to be pulled up and down those from thermals, but then you have the deer kind of in this bowl and in between them, and you have an airflow and a current from the creek itself. Then you have kind of this basin and with walls around it that's going to hold scent naturally, especially on a gut shot that's putting out a lot of scent in the air, let alone what coyotes have helped spread and everything else combining. So you get a really strong, overwhelming scent zone there. The good news is that on a gut shot like that, putting a lot of scent, the odds of recovery are high. It may take a dog a little bit of time to work through it, even if it was bumped again. In this case, it was only bumped once. It probably only went 50 to 100 yards from where it was bumped and then expired. But despite maybe getting run around by coyotes, we don't know. But in the end, it was about a half a mile to this recovery. Good example of, on a gut shot, you want to be really patient, give that deer time, and you will recover it.
Good boy, Jaeger.